Well, hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Mav from Maverick Sports. Tuning in to another exciting broadcast. The Atlanta Braves take it on the Baltimore Orioles. Braves are on the road. Sorry, I was going to do a Maverick minute, but first pitch is fixing to start underway here momentarily. So we're there's nothing really any more news on the Braves. It's just I was going to talk about some injuries through Major League Baseball, but that could be set for another time. But I wanted to bring in first pitch, so I'll get the interactive up, ready to go here momentarily, everybody. So bear with me, and we'll get that underway here momentarily. So here we go.
Him in the front office, they are more active now than they have been in the past. Nothing imminent from it, but just doing my job. Also talked about the fact that the offense isn't performing to their capabilities, but he mentioned that before Adam Duvall was an everyday guy, our oldest player was our most consistent in Marcell Ozuna. He mentioned that to say that our team is built around a really young group of accomplished players, basically saying this isn't an aging group by any means. There's tremendous upside. He said, I'm not making excuses, but our saving grace, for lack of a better word, is that the National League overall hasn't run away from us. We just need to continue to focus on those two ultimate goals. So just a really fair conversation, guys, from Alex at tonight's game.
All right, the first pitch. You saw the lineup there presented by your local Toyota dealers. You do have Harris leading off, but a little bit of a change again tonight. Ozuna third, Olsen fourth, Austin Riley moving down to the fifth spot in the order. And all opposed by Cade Povich, making just his second major league start.
And I think it makes some sense in thinking about Marcell batting third, Austin fifth. As you mentioned, they get the left-hander here tonight. You see what he did in his big.
Bear with me, everybody. I'll be right back.
Walks. Took him 100 pitches to get through 5 1/3. So keep an eye on that walk rate tonight and see if he's in the zone against the Braves.
That one just misses. Home plate umpire tonight is Bill Miller.
Yeah, pretty big zone that you get from Bill Miller. Usually down, inside, outside, a little bit tight up top, but generally a generous umpire.
This is fair. Mountcastle over at first base, steps on the bag, and Harris is retired. CJ, what do you have for the Ford Keys tonight?
Well, a real obvious one, right? It's all about the scarlet and cream here tonight as we see the two Nebraska guys going up against each other. And how about flipping the script? One of the issues the Braves have run into, all that focus has been on the offense, but all of those besides the top 4 starters have struggled. 1-9 with an ERA over 7. Let's see that change tonight with Spencer Schwellenbach.
Yeah, what a storyline though with Cade Povich and Spencer Schwellenbach. Two guys, as we said, that were teammates at Nebraska, and now they meet with Povich making his second major league start, Schwellenbach just his third. Both part of the 2021 draft class. They remain friends. They've been in touch. They've been in touch the last couple of days leading up to this game. They talked at length on the field yesterday. Quite a storyline, quite a memory for these two guys. For Cade Povich, the lefty, 6'3", 185 pounds, 24 years old, just like Schwellenbach. They were born 6 weeks apart back in the year 2000. Ozzie Albies fouls it out of play 2-2.
That's really kind of amazing. I mean, the fact that they even ended up pitching in the same game, both as starters, especially when you consider kind of Spencer's background and him being a reliever his time in college and a two-way player. But just having another teammate in the big leagues at the same time from college is kind of odd.
So a grounder to first by Harris, this one to third by Albies, and there are 2 outs. Urias over there at third, Mountcastle at first, but you get a look at the outfield. Hayes, Mullins, O'Hearn, all of this presented by our friends at Racetrack. Gunnar Henderson got the day off yesterday, but the young Stars shortstop is in there this evening. And if you haven't seen that kid play, he can play. He can do it defensively, and he can certainly do it with his bat. Marcell Ozuna takes a pitch upstairs.
All right, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I will bring up the interactive here momentarily, so bear with me while I get everything ready for you. So bear with me, everybody.
Pitches. I think that's something he's still working through as he navigates his way around the big leagues.
He gets the call there on the corner. A ball and 2 strikes, and Ozuna will step out. Ozuna did have a couple of hits yesterday. He gets a piece of the curveball there to stay alive. Braves yesterday shut out, as I mentioned, for the second time on this road trip after going 182 games without a shutout, as that offense continues to try to find itself. And another foul ball straight back.
See that cutter, doesn't look like it's doing very much, and he's keeping it away from Marcell Ozuna. More often than not, for a left-hander, if you're going to throw that cutter, you want it on the black, in off the plate, trying to get a swing and miss or weak contact. Kind of playing with fire, leaving it on the outside part of the plate against Marcell.
That one coming down and in. It was the curveball that takes care of Ozuna. And a 1-2-3 top of the first for Povich. Baltimore lineup. Gunnar Henderson will lead it off. Lineup brought to you by our friends, your local Toyota dealers. Rutschman and Mountcastle will be second and third here in the first inning to face young Spencer Schwellenbach, the 24-year-old, making his third big league start here tonight.
And looking for that first win as well. He had one against the Red Sox, one against the Washington Nationals, in 5 innings in that first start, 4 2/3 and number 2. And so you can see the four-seam fastball. Found this interesting. In the zone, better than 7 out of 10 times. That's well above league average. So he's gone right at hitters.
Well, he's in the zone here. 1 pitch, 1 out, as it's a fly out to Harris for Henderson. Rest of that Braves racetrack defense. A little bit of a shift, as we talked about. Brian Anderson getting the start in right, Duvall in left. Night off for Jared Kelnick with a lefty on the mound. Same on the infield, and Sean Murphy back behind the dish.
And these Orioles hitters know that, right? I mean, they don't have a lot of information, but one of the things they know is that when they see that fastball, more often than not, it is going to be in the strike zone. And with the good off-speed stuff that Spencer has, probably a good approach to try to attack it early when you see it in that zone.
Painting on the inside corner there, 0-1 here to Adley Rutschman. Little flare toward the left field line. That thing is going foul by about 5 feet. 0-2 is the count. Well, Rutschman played at Oregon State. Spencer Schwellenbach, of course, pitched, as we've talked about, at Nebraska. These two faced each other, not as pitcher and batter, but in different uniforms back in 2019 when Schwellenbach was a freshman and Rutschman was a junior at their respective schools. So he said, well, I was playing shortstop, speaking of Schwellenbach back then. Ironic now that he's on the mound here to pitch to Adley Rutschman in this game, the first time they face off in their careers. But he said Rutschman was catching that game. The only thing I remember is I came up to bat because Schwellenbach playing short was in the lineup. He said he was really nice. He asked me how I was doing. It wasn't sarcastic, and they had some small talk, and now here they are facing each other at the big league level. Did he get him to go around? No, 2-2.
Which is a little bit more rare at the college level. That was one of the biggest shocks I had after college going into professional baseball. Just kind of the lack of, by the way, I think he swung at that. The lack of kind of smack talk that goes on in college. It's pretty heavy. It's only gotten worse. So it's nice to know that Adley was a good guy even in college.
He just gets a piece here to stay alive. Unfortunately for Schwellenbach, Oregon State swept that 4-game series with the Cornhuskers back in 2019.
It's payback time now.
That's right. Now a chance at revenge. 2-2 upstairs. And he was the Golden Spikes Award winner in 2019 as the best player in college baseball was Rutschman. That was quite an Oregon State team that he led.
Bear with us, everybody. We are getting everything up and running, so bear with me. But you're getting the audio of the game, so sit tight. We're trying to get the interactive up. Be right back.
Another payoff pitch from the right-hander. That looked pretty good. A break for Rutschman and the Orioles as he trots down to first base.
And likely the mislocation is what cost him the call, because you can see the setup outside. They're trying to go to the outside corner, and that one looked like it might have caught down and in, and it did. It's the movement there for Sean Murphy to have to come back, and it's a really tough pitch to make look like a strike when you miss your spot the way that Spencer did.
So Ryan Mountcastle, the first baseman now. Line drive, and Riley reaches up to snag it, and there are 2 away.
It sounded a little louder than it probably was, or at least as far as how hard it was hit. Just 84 miles an hour off the bat, but what we see here, Mountcastle going after a first pitch cutter, and Austin Riley making that nice play. And it's an interesting decision to offer it a cutter, though, first pitch. It's one thing when you see that four-seam fastball, a little bit different on the cutter.
There's a curveball at the knees to Ryan O'Hearn, who, like Henderson, had the day off yesterday. Back in the lineup and playing right field tonight for manager Brandon Hyde. There is Brandon Hyde, who's got his team off to that fantastic 44-22 start. They're on a 5-game win streak, longest of the season for them. Line drive, and this one to Matt Olson. So Riley got one off the bat of Mountcastle. O'Hearn hits it to Matt Olson, and we are on our way to the 2nd inning.
All right, bear with us, everybody. We are still actively trying to get the interactive back up. For some reason, it's stuck. We're trying to diagnose. We're trying to troubleshoot it. So bear with us while we work on it. So.
And check out the T-Mobile coverage cam, and if you're watching Cade Povich and going, he kind of looks familiar, well, this might be why. Check out Max Fried on the left and Cade Povich on the right. Eerily similar. these two lefties. Now, Max got the good curveball. Povic's is okay. Max throws a lot harder than Povich does, but that's pretty close. And hat tip to Ben Ingram, who kind of pointed that out the other day. He just said they both walked very similar. And, of course, I got a little curious and had to look at some video, and wow.
Well, the difference is that Max Fried usually doesn't do that. Povich lost control of the fastball, and he hits Matt Olson square in the back to start the second inning.
Max would never hit Matt Olson. He knows better than that.
Well,
that one a little bit scary. That got the helmet?
Yeah, they got the helmet. I thought it hit him on the 8 from up here, but
thanks.
Top of the helmet.
Saw Manuel Clase hit one of the Reds hitters yesterday in the helmet. Something in the upper 90s. Those are some scary moments.
Thankfully, Matt fine, and now here is Austin Riley. But the builds for Povich and Fried are nearly identical too. Povich 6'3", 185. Max is 6'4", 190. There's just so many similarities.
It's a little spooky. And Ben picked up on it. He said just by watching them walk, like similar gait.
Yeah, no relation, obviously, no track record.
Bear with us, everybody. It might go dark for just a minute, so bear with us.
Just one of those baseball things. Austin Riley hits this down the left field line. Hayes is going over there, and that is foul.
But you think that hit the pole? I did.
It hit the netting down there, I believe, but it was hard to tell from where we are.
Yep. I was like, oh. Well, you're right, because the netting continues to go all the way to the foul pole, which is odd.
Yes.
To have it go that far down. Why do they have to have it all the way down there? That's very confusing.
And the foul poles here are very unique. It's like you're climbing a cell phone tower.
That was very deceptive. I didn't like that.
Outside. I'll put in a word with management.
I got very excited. It looked like it hit the pole. Now, here we go.
Well, and Austin Riley certainly trying to break out of a little slump like several Braves hitters are.
Yeah, bear with me, Gino. We're having we're troubleshooting everything. I'll bring up the audio. I've got the audio on. I know the lights are out. I know. I get it. Bear with me. We're trying to diagnose the problem, so bear with us. Be right back, everybody.
Judgment. It looked like Povich was pushing it a little bit.
High fly out to shadow left center. Cedric Mullins has it, and there is one away. Adam Duvall, even though he's had his struggles against righties, he has hit lefties extremely well this year, and he gets to face a southpaw here tonight. Takes a strike at the top of the zone. Duvall 0 for 4 yesterday. And he pops this up on the infield. It's the catcher Adley Rutschman in foul ground, and there are 2 outs now here in the second inning. Up next for Atlanta, the guy who had some tough luck last night. Sean Murphy hit that ball to deep left that would have been a home run in every other ballpark except for Camden Yards.
That was pretty amazing to watch, and a really tough break for Sean Murphy, but you mentioned it at the time. A good sign that the swing seems to be in a good place right now for Sean Murphy after homering in Washington, having that really good swing that we saw last night.
He awaits a 1-0 here from Povich and takes it at the knees. Curveball, sweeping curveball with a lot of drop to it. 1-2. Mentioned that Baltimore in that 5-game win streak season long. Atlanta trying to snap their season long 4-game losing streak they're on right now. Runner at first, 2 outs. And chased a four-seam fastball upstairs and fouled it back. Did Murphy?
Yeah, big swing there from Sean Murphy. When you see
All right, everybody, this should be working. As far as is the audio working, let me know in the chat, please. Is it? There's no sound? Oh, I know why. Because I got the sound turned way down.
Same thing that time, a cutter that he chases a little high.
That's
my bad.
Pitch from him so far, and you can see how he missed up and away again.
Let me know if the sound is there, everybody.
He wanted it in. He keeps missing to the arm side, so something's going to happen. Either someone's going to make him pay with one of those mistakes, or he is going to make the adjustment and start getting that cutter inside the righties.
Another foul ball by
it should be on now.
So I mentioned Povich and Schwellenbach, both part of that 20.
Still nothing?
Class, taken in back-to-back rounds. Schwellenbach, a second-round pick.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you, David.
Povich was a third-round pick actually by the Twins.
If Gino can't hear it, but David can, something's on your end there, Gino.
Orioles closer Jorge Lopez. So that's how he got in this organization. And he's able to get Sean Murphy with that curveball. Runner stranded at first. On we go to the bottom of the second.
I turned it way up. Yeah. Shit. I'm 45. Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. All right, everybody. You don't have to worry about your cam tonight. Don't worry about it. But I'm going to have you on microphone. So, okay. All right. All right, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We don't know what happened. For some reason, the interactive was not wanting to pull up at all. So we don't know exactly what happened. We don't know, but we got it working. So we had to resort to another browser for it to work. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'll bring up the audio here momentarily. So right now they're on a commercial break. So here they are.
Score Spencer Schwellenbach in his third start. I asked him ahead of this one, just what are you focusing on ahead of this start? He said, just trying to get to know my hitters a little bit better. He said, I let my coaches, my catcher, really help me out the last two times so I can just focus on being more relaxed. But now, just having an idea before going into the game of where not to throw pitches, where to throw them, especially with two strikes. He also said, I've loved getting the thoughts from guys, from Rick Kranich, just on how to develop my pitches, now throwing in certain zones, don't throw in these zones. He's just really been picking their brains the last couple
I turned it up there, Gino.
Now he's just really focusing on.
I've got it all the way up.
More of a game plan, he says, coming into this one, guys.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with what we were talking about with Povich and figuring out how does your stuff play against big league hitters and learning those things and which part of the zones does it best play. It will change hitter to hitter. Of course, you got to trust your catchers in that spot. There's a lot of information, but it's kind of cool to hear these younger guys that are just absolute sponges and wanting to learn more. And figuring out, it's not just about, hey, how hard do I throw? Can I blow my fastball by guys? No, it's a lot more to it now these days. And you really got to be kind of intuitive, and you got to be a guy that's curious and wanting to listen, and it sounds like that is the case with Spencer.
He's facing the DH Santander here in the bottom of the second inning. But I asked Spencer yesterday, is there a guy that you've gravitated towards of all those potential mentors, those Braves pitchers that have such wisdom? And he said, honestly, I've been a sponge with all of them. He's kind of very intrigued, he said, by how Charlie Morton communicates and how effective and clear he communicates and how wise he has been. But he said all of them have been great at pulling him aside, answering any questions that he has, helping him get adapted to the big league level. And yeah, I mean, guys like Charlie and Max and Lopez and Sale, what great counsel they can give you as a young starter.
Yeah, I'd say we're all intrigued with Charlie in the way that he communicates. He's a fascinating guy, and obviously has an incredible amount of experience under his belt to share.
All right. We are good to go. I hope we win there, David. Or
This is a good
David
change,
and
I
Gino,
think this is
I
gonna be
hope
a
we
very
do win.
important pitch for Spencer
So,
against the lefty.
yep,
And you're gonna see
Clan
that
is coming in
split
here
finger
momentarily,
really
everybody.
act more like a
You're on?
split finger. Why do I say that? Because everything else that he throws comes in to
Okay.
lefties, right? It's fastball cuts, it's the
Bear
curveball,
with me
it's
here.
the cutter, it's the
I gotta
slider.
go.
That's the one pitch that he can get to go away and keep those lefties honest and off balance.
Goes back to the four-seamer there, a strike to Austin Hayes.
You know, seeing that grip that we saw there in slow motion, that is pretty much a split finger. It's showing up as a changeup, but that was 2 fingers wide. Every bit of a split.
Well, he also said, obviously, this kind of goes without saying, but each start he's felt
I got
a
it.
little bit
I got it.
acclimated, right? First, when his head was spinning, then you go to Fenway
Yep.
Park, felt a little better. He said going into this one, there's a different comfort level that he has, and I'm sure he would say the same thing 20 starts from now, but
Yeah, it's
feel
over.
a little bit more like a big leaguer.
Oh, man. I can't see
This
nothing
becomes
now.
That time, right? There's all the emotion.
I
of the
can't
first
see
one,
nothing on the
family, and
chat,
everything else
nothing.
that's going on and trying to get settled in it. It'll take a little while, but as each start becomes available to him, he will absolutely get more comfortable.
All right.
Feel normal again in the routine, and he's proving that he belongs. That's the other part of it, right? To get to that point for
All right, everybody.
player.
Bear with
Confident
me
you can
here.
get but can you prove that you
There we
belong,
go.
that you can stay here? It's always the big
See, everybody? There's my co-host. He's here. I got him in the stream.
Brian Anderson getting the start out
I
there.
don't know
this
what's
evening.
wrong
He's
with my
got it where
camera
the
tonight.
Celtics,
It's
the
acting
Shadows, 2
weird.
away. Good opportunity for Brian Anderson to get his second start in a Braves uniform.
Yeah, we saw a couple of really good swings, right? In
All
that
right,
first
guys,
start, hit the
gals,
ball hard.
what's up,
Unfortunately,
David
did not
and
have
Gino?
anything to show for it. I asked
We
him
are
about it,
here.
you know, it's just the way it goes in baseball. Can't get too worked up about it, which I know
Daniel
is kind
Barry,
of the case
well,
here for a lot
and
of the
Tim
Braves.
Panel, welcome
Hitting
in.
the baseball hard and not having the hits follow.
Mr. Woodrow, welcome in, buddy.
Shuffle with a lefty on the mound tonight for the Orioles and
Mr.
Povich.
Woodrow.
Urias hits that off of Schwellenbach. Ozzie Albies jumps to throw
That's
it
what I'm
across, and he
saying.
makes the play.
Nice play.
A little wizardry from Ozzie
Wow.
Albies to make it a 1-2-3 bottom of the second.
That was a one hell of a play by Ozzie.
Looked like he was ticketed for the outfield and was going to be a base hit. Big smiles there from Ozzie. Backhand with the jump like a shortstop. And the throw on the money to Matt Olson.
All right, so bear with me momentarily, everybody. Bear with me here. All right. All right, since we finally got all the kinks and the bugs troubleshooting out of the way, thank you everybody for tuning in. Sorry for the little crap we had on the stream at the beginning. I'm sorry about that. But hopefully it doesn't happen again. But we still have to try to diagnose the problem, why the other side did not want to pull up the interactive. We still don't know why. But we'll get to the bottom of it. But I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you that's tuned in tonight. Thank you so much. Definitely means a lot. I still got the old crew around to, help out with the stream. So.
Yeah, hey,
Mr.
what's this wool stuff? You got a turd in your pocket?
Woo? Huh? Woo woo?
You said we'll figure it out. You need
We.
to figure it out.
You, we, me, woo, you, both of us. You know what I meant by that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, who fixed it? Did you? I don't think you did.
You did.
Matter of fact, you got snotty and fucking got an attitude with me when I said something.
I wasn't trying
You're
to.
wrong.
First pitch of the third inning from
I wasn't trying to.
And that one
That's
I
right,
was-
it's fixed.
Brian Anderson.
Call
Yes,
your
it
game
is.
now.
Anderson making his
Yeah.
second start in a
That's gonna
Braves
be
uniform.
strike one.
Third game overall as a Brave. He did pinch hit once after signing his deal on Tuesday.
I still hear them dropping the bats.
I don't know what that is. If
But
that's
he has been around
like a
6
production,
seasons with
that,
Miami, last
to
year
me it
with
sounds
Milwaukee,
like
so no stranger to
an
this
audio
level of
file
baseball.
being played over. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
always the same sound.
Put that
Yeah.
in the back of your mind a little bit. A 2-0 curveball there for Povich.
That's my. It might be that.
That's a pitch that he is comfortable throwing behind in the count to righties.
So the 1-2 pitch,
And now it's 2-2. That
2-2
that
ball
first
down in the
pitch
dirt.
was on the corner, but Bill Miller did give him the strike. So now 2-2.
Come on, Anderson, get with it.
Yeah.
But I agree with.
That was right
People
down
who
the
put the
pipe
two
for
off
you
there
to
because that
smash
wasn't
out. You just watched it go by.
Unfortunately, Bill Miller has a dictatorship.
And they
He
just
also
left
gives
it.
that sweeper a strike, and Anderson is down looking. So that's 3 Ks so far for Povich.
And he just stood there like,
Pretty good
but
pitch here, barely catches.
Oh, was that a
the
strike?
Outside corner, a little backdoor breaking ball. Even though again
Hey,
they were
call
set
the
up
strike
and
on
it's
Garcia.
mislocation.
Hey, where are you at?
But Povich gets it in the.
Brian Anderson just struck
by
out.
a lot, as opposed to
Okay.
just by a couple of inches. That ball's in the middle of the plate.
Hold on.
All right, so Arcia's up to bat now.
There it ends up on the outside.
Pitcher's in the windup. First pitch, top of the zone, gets the
Top of
strike.
the zone there.
Love
Oh.
that.
All right,
Love
let
that
me
right
know when
there.
the pitcher
that
goes
throws him
into
out
his
of the
windup
rhythm?
the second time. It's on
absolutely.
pause.
All right, he's getting back up on the mound.
Say now, when as soon as he starts to
He
wind
is
up the
young.
throw, say now.
Now.
24 years of age.
High and outside, ball 2.
Yep.
So those two, he and Schwellenbach,
Or ball
being
1.
from Nebraska,
My
it's the
apologies.
first time
Yeah,
ever.
ball
in Major
1,
League
so
history
1 and 1 to
two
count.
Nebraska pitchers have started against each other in the same game. So a lot of fans watching tonight in Nebraska.
Big swing and a
Lincoln
miss.
area where the University of Nebraska is located. Former Nebraska pitchers have combined for 563 major league starts, but first time ever that two have gone toe-to-toe in a big league diamond.
1-2 pitch. Little chopper foul.
Off the bat of Arcia.
I love asking these obscure questions because I feel like you already know the answer because your research is impeccable. But do you know what Nebraska alums got the most wins in Major
Micah?
League Baseball history?
Yeah.
That'd be
I didn't
on.
recognize the name.
That'd be on.
Stan?
Av's
Vance?
side to do.
Yeah, it's on.
It's gotta be on you, Gene.
Pitched, from
Like
1960
Yeah.
to
everything to me
1982.
sounds just fine.
Bouncer
for it.
towards the second baseman, Mateo, and a
I
good
might
play.
be as high
We
as
saw
I can
Ozzie
make it.
make an
You
even
can
Yeah.
better
me
play,
up
but pretty good
someday.
there from Mateo, and there are 2 outs.
Yeah, I turned you up.
What years did you say?
66
Am I all
to
the way up
82.
then?
He
Yeah.
was born in 83,
I know.
so I'm
Never an excuse not
I'm
to.
Oh, thank you.
It's got 100 more wins.
I
than the next
thought
closest
about
Nebraska
this is the
alum.
one I ended up wearing, but
It's Tim Burke with his 49, but 146 wins to his 149 losses.
I thought about this one.
And there's quite a few interested faces in the crowd, and Ashley's going to talk to the Nebraska head coach.
Grandkids
Bill
like
Bolton.
this one.
In the bottom of this inning, he is here. Their athletic trainer, their academic advisor from the University of Nebraska all flew up for this game.
I got all kinds of them.
Problem is they're just
I
cheering
got
for
the-
good pitching. They don't want to see any offense. I say problem.
I
'cause
got the
Braves
red,
want to see
yellow,
some offense break out here
like the
tonight.
Dick
I'm with
Tracy
you. It
colors.
certainly is time. We know it's been a struggle.
Yeah, I got
here
all
lately,
those.
especially when they've had the opportunities with runners.
I probably
in
got
scoring
15
position
of
on this
them.
trip in particular.
There's a little offense. Michael Harris.
There's a base hit by Money Mike on a 2-out single. All right, let's go.
There he is, second plate appearance of the game. I mentioned it.
I guess you can handle the
yesterday,
soundboard
but Michael
tonight,
came in
'cause
leading
I-
Major League Baseball
there's
with
too
the
much
highest batting
I've
average
got
in
going on
second
in one
plate
screen.
appearance. And you think about, of course, facing a starter for the second time. It's been good for him as he gets a pretty good left-on-left break. Sign here for Michael. He was able to get to that pitch and land it into right field. But 383 was that batting average coming into yesterday in the second plate appearance.
So that extends.
Swing
Change
and a
up to
miss.
Ozzie Albies here.
Strike 2.
Come on, Ozzy. I had it
Cat
strike
in the
one.
hat. Look at old Money Mike wearing those weird aqua blue shoes and shit.
Yeah.
Puts the 0-1 in play. Gunnar Henderson.
No.
He is so good at short. And it's on display right there. He robs Ozzie Albies of a base hit. We go to the bottom of the third.
Damn. Well, there you have it.
That's all, folks.
Not so fast.
I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend KGB over there at the C Sports Network.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. President.
God, that was so good. Now I'm gonna stuff my fucking face with Pepperidge Farm.
Well, like I said, everybody, please make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the stream, if you like what you see in here, please hit that subscribe button. Absolutely free to join the channel. Would love to have you. Right now, as many as you guys see, at the very bottom, I'm at 1,200 subscribers. I hit that the other day. I went to 1,201. I did hit 1,201 subs as of yesterday, but I lost that sub. So we're officially back to 1,200. So that's a milestone on the channel. So we're hoping that many more good things happen on the channel. So, yeah, I hear you. Oh, let's see. Where am I?
Lay ball! Lay ball! Lay ball!
Yeah. Welcome in, Tim. Yeah. It froze on me a little bit. I know why.
You must have put something over top of it.
I haven't put anything over the top of it.
Did you pull something up full screen?
No. All right, so here we go.
Night, and so I started making arrangements to get here.
You mentioned how quick they were able to get here. Just 3 years ago, you were coaching them at Nebraska.
I don't care about Nebraska's coach, bitch. Shut up. And get us our baseball.
You know,
Yeah.
it takes more than just talent.
God damn it.
To get to this level.
I hate when they do that.
You've got to have.
Take away from the
You
game.
gotta have work habits.
Yeah, the interactive
Different
down
stuff
again.
That allows you to get here, and Spencer's had to overcome a couple of injuries, one in college and then one right after, and to see.
I guess I'll just have to go back there
in
and
the minors, you know, being a two-way player for us at Nebraska, and now a starting pitcher in the big leagues. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
How's it
For
down?
those who don't know, he started.
I got it back up.
Shortstop, and when you saw him, he was part closer, part shortstop, man of many talents. How truly different.
I got it, though.
What were your first impressions when you met Spencer at Nebraska?
Well, you could tell. I mean, I kept up with the program before I got the head coaching job, just as a former player at Nebraska, and I saw him as a freshman just kind of from afar and saw the talent that he had. So first line of business was getting to know him on a personal level, and trying to see what made him tick, and
All
just
right.
being able to work with him every day. I was an infielder at Nebraska, and I spent a lot of time with him at shortstop, and just he had the intangibles that you look for, and he's always kind of been a guy that was just very, very competitive.
Things are heating up here. It's a good game. I want to ask you quick about Aaron Bummer as well, because you
Oh,
were an
boy.
assistant at Nebraska.
That's a
when he
base
was there,
hit
and,
to right
he's been
center.
able to just mesh in
Still
so
nobody
well
out.
with
Runners
the
on first
organization.
and
Have you
third.
been able
No
to follow
out.
his career a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. He was, he's obviously been in the big leagues a long time now and carved a nice niche for himself.
Interactive's working okay for me.
It is now. A minute ago, it wasn't. I had to go back to the browser and
a starter for us and started
and it finally
against
updated.
a really tough Cal State Fullerton team and did great, and just been able to follow his.
Sorry about that.
Glad he's found a home in Atlanta.
Gosh, I am just not feeling good today.
And coach, just overall, I mean, to see your former guys, your
And that's a stolen base.
I might need
what is it like?
I might need to cut out a little early of the stream today, guys and gals. I hope you understand I'm just not feeling the greatest today after
See the
yesterday.
guys in your program
Yep.
grow up to be great young men. Not everybody gets to live out their dream.
I thought I was much better.
Awfully proud of them.
I got in this chair and sat, and when I went to bed, I was in so much
just to
pain.
see them live their dreams out and play.
And I've just been sick to my stomach all day today.
I guess it speaks to, there's a lot of good things that
And I need to be fresh and ready to go for our stream tomorrow.
coaches before
That's
me,
an early
players before
stream.
me, and so just thrilled to be able to have this opportunity.
This might be the toughest question that I ask you, but who
Big swing and a miss. Strike
I'm
two.
rooting for a very
So 1-2 to
scoring
count to
game
Gunnar
by
Henderson.
both teams, even though Cody Ashley is an offensive coach, and he was a Husker too for the Orioles. But
All right,
for
get it
Wesley,
off this coach
obviously a
already.
low-scoring game with these two guys battling it out.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys.
Oh, she finally listened.
Spencer has a little bit of traffic here. You've got Mullins at third, Mateo at second. 1-2 pitch coming to Henderson.
Remember, Ernie, if you open
Will Bolt, great
if you
stuff,
open
obviously,
any
big
web
moment for
page
him, and
or any program full
both
screen over top of
Schellenbach
it,
and Povich there in
it'll pause your
2021.
interactive.
They finished first
Oh,
place
okay.
in the Big Ten, went to an
I got
NCAA
you.
regional. Those guys,
That's
a lot of
why.
success not only
Damn.
on the field but with Coach Bolt there as well.
Sorry about that. That's why we did a browser page for you instead of the
Yeah.
the MLB app.
Right.
Now I put you to the MLB app. So
Okay.
that has to be full screen.
Gunnar Henderson,
Right.
the changeup has looked good. He goes back to the fastball. See if he tries to finish him off with an off-speed pitch.
Bounce to first. Matt Olson looks at possibly coming home, but he was far enough back to where Mullins is allowed to
So that
score.
one run
It's 1-0
scores.
Baltimore.
And did go
Runner
back to
moves
that
over to
changeup
third.
one more time, and it was really well located. Give a little credit there to Gunnar Henderson for putting that ball in play. Looked like Matt Olson thought about throwing the ball home, but probably the right decision. That's a great pitch. That is really well located. A 2-2 count to a great hitter. Great hitters find a way to put the ball in play and get the run in.
Now the infield will come in here.
Welcome in, everybody.
Rushman
Welcome to
batting
the
in
stream.
order at third.
Hey, I gotta step away for a minute. You want to cover
Okay.
my?
Yep. No problem. So we're going to have
In the first
Rutschman
inning.
takes first pitch swing and foul ball.
After that,
Strike
ball
one.
1-1.
Oh, 0-1 pitch.
Another grounder, but this
Another
one
grounder,
in the direction
foul.
of Matt Olson. 0-2.
So Rutschman, obviously a really good hitter. He is a switch hitter, and the numbers drop off considerably against righties. Now, he does have 7 of his 13 home runs have come against right-handed pitching, but his batting average 243 compared to 419 against lefties. The OPS almost gets cut in half when he is facing right-handed pitchers compared to the lefties.
Schellenbach has him 0-2.
Swing and fouled out of play. We'll do it again. 0-2.
Four-seam fastball.
So the 0-2
Schellenbach
pitch.
trying to keep this a 1-0 game, but Baltimore has Mateo down at
Swung
third.
on.
This time Olson comes home.
Oh, my God.
By Sean Murphy.
That's a throwing error. Another run scores.
Rutschman heads to
Rutschman
second.
goes to second. A throwing error by Matt Olson. Sean Murphy couldn't scoop it up. What are you guys doing? You guys are playing like little leaguers. Man, send this whole team back to the AAA. Bring up them guys. At least these guys will play something.
So he rushed the throw. There was a long hop there that Sean Murphy unfortunately could not hit.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
had to happen quickly. And you could see that ball almost acted like a sinker the way that it kind of dived down there on Matt Olson. He might not
Wow.
have a grip on it. You ever go back and touch home plate?
I think he did, yes. Because he clearly missed it on that slide. So you get a fielder's choice,
Great.
an RBI, and then an error on Matt Olson. That's how that is scored.
Lovely. So Baltimore leads the game 2-0 on a throwing error by Matt Olson.
That certainly is a big play
Lovely.
now, and thinking about the difference there, they make that play.
Yeah, well, yeah,
First and
mhm.
2 outs and only 1 run across. So Spencer's got to work hard.
It
now.
might be there, Gino.
That's exactly
The way it's looking like.
Really good pitches in tough spots, but he's going to have to continue.
It's not looking good. Swing and a miss, strike one.
In the first inning, he's got a 2-1 count here in the third. Schwellenbach deals and evens the count up at 2 apiece.
That's foul ball, strike
Not
2.
only is Coach Bolt here, and I mentioned the athletic trainer, the academic advisor, but Schwellenbach's brother Mason back from his honeymoon. He missed the first 2 big league starts for his brother. He and his wife Emma were on their honeymoon in Jamaica. Now they're here tonight watching Spencer for the first time at the big league level.
Ball down in the dirt. All 3. 3-2. All right, bud. You have a good one.
And he misses a little low. So
Yep.
walk for
Yep.
Schwellenbach, and there are 2 on with 1 out.
Yep. All right, you're on, bud.
Kranitz is going to come out here to talk to the rookie.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Yeah. You gotta turn your throw your cam back on real quick.
Let this inning get out of control again. He made the pitches that he needed to make when his back was
okay
against the wall. This conversation.
All right, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Resetting.
Hey everybody, D. Hey, what's going, D? I'm actually gonna step out, guys. I don't feel very well tonight, so I want to let Mav have at his stream. I do apologize, everybody.
I think for
but
as a young pitcher,
tomorrow's stream is as planned. It's already scheduled, so I hope to see you all there. 12:05 Central, 1:05 Eastern, I think.
Yep.
Or somewhere in there. So hope. Sorry, guys. Hope to see you guys all there. Y'all have a nice night and go Braves.
All right, there you have it, everybody. All right, get better, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Hey, Birdie.
Yes, sir.
Cleanup hitter Ryan O'Hearn did not go 1-0. The Orioles have scored the first 6 runs in this.
I know.
series.
I forgot to change it
yesterday. And now 2-0 here in the
it's all right.
and 2
I didn't have
with
time.
1 out.
All right, man. See ya. Many of you guys know that my co-host, he's taken off. He just noticed something on my end, everybody. Yeah, he noticed that, you know, I got the Washington Atlanta icons at the top. I didn't have time. I got home a little later than normal to go in there and change all that. So we're just going to roll with it. Well, I don't have time to deal with it right now. I'm in the middle of a stream, so.
Man, avert your eyes. Way too much in the game of baseball.
No, actually, everybody, he's not feeling very well today.
I'm sure it's all the same, but
he's not feeling very well, so.
And you're ready to go, but it is not. Listen, obviously, Sean Murphy is the one that had to deal with it, but it's not fun to see either.
But remember, everybody, please hit that like button. Sorry for all the technical difficulties tonight. It wasn't my intention to have all these issues tonight. So.
Sean regroups. And Schwellenbach's 1-2. That one bounces in.
Ball down in the dirt. Ball 2. So 2-2 to count. Come on.
For all the homegrown talent that the Orioles have, O'Hearn is not one of those guys. Second year with the Orioles after 5 seasons with the Kansas City Royals. Orioles actually designated him for assignment after the 2022 campaign, but he is.
Yeah, but I'm talking about up at the top there, George. I've got Washington and Atlanta at the top. Yeah, that's right. I appreciate it, everybody. Sorry, when you don't have a lot of time, so.
Him and Santander, I believe, was a Rule 5 draft pick. Like they fit on those. While they
so here we go. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, right up the middle. Arcia steps on second, over to first for a ground, big old double play. We end a third, and Baltimore grabs 2. Braves are down 2-0. All right, so just like you have it, everybody. My buddy and my co-host had to step away. He's not feeling very well, so yeah. Like I said, everybody, I don't have time to change it right now. I wish I could, but we're just going to roll with it. Hell with it. Matter of fact, we'll just do this. We'll just leave it like that. How about that? Will that work for y'all? Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Looks better. Sorry, I didn't have time to change it, everybody. I'm sorry. I've had a long day pushing in material at work and moving around and loading trucks and building haul roads and you name it. So, but I did get the stream up there and posted for everybody to join in tonight. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but hey, that's life. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. So, but I'm glad that you guys can be a part of the stream tonight. I'm sorry, this is not normal for me to have right at the beginning of the stream to be down like that. So that's right, Kenneth. Let's go Braves. Yeah, Clan had to step away from the stream tonight. He was in just a minute ago, Kenneth. So, all right. So when they come back from a commercial break, I will take it live. All right, here we go.
There's numbers, and they've stayed kind of where they've been all season, and that is really good.
Incredibly consistent. He has been the bright spot for this Braves offense all season long. We really haven't seen him go into any version of slowing down or any kind of slumps. It's been really fun to watch here with Marcel, one of the best in all of baseball right now.
Come on, Big Bear.
National League leader in homers and RBI. Earlier in the year, he had a 17-game hit streak. He had a 27-game on-base streak. So you talk about consistency, and yeah, that's been Marcell Ozuna.
Come on, Big Bear.
Started in late March. Atlanta just the one hit so far by Michael Harris against the young lefty Cade Povich, making his second big league start here tonight.
Swung on, base hit to left center field. Drops down for single.
Solid line drive single to left center.
Great job, Big Bear.
First at bat when he struck out, he chased a curveball outside of the strike zone, but this is the changeup, and interesting the location that they're trying to go to there and where it ended up, kind of down the middle, but almost elevated. Not something you see very often, intentionally trying to throw a changeup in that spot. It almost has me second guessing. Yeah.
So Matt Olson takes way outside, ball one.
Was the pitch that was thrown?
Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, it was. It was a really unique setup spot there for Adley Rutschman on a changeup to a righty.
Big swing and a miss.
Are usually pretty accurate once they're logged, right?
And rarely do you see a changeup as something that gets missed. It might be slider, sweeper, curveball once in a while. We talked about with Schwellenbach, it looks like more of a split that he throws that's showing up as a changeup. That's reasonable. But yeah, I'm a little flustered. I'm not going to lie to you. Doesn't take much.
Maybe it's your Doppler radar over there. I don't know.
1-1 pitch.
Matt Olson.
Foul ball.
Sweeper, 1-2.
Strike two. Welcome in, everybody. Please make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so.
They're in a stretch of 30 games in 31 days. They're mostly trying to give Kyle Bradish a breather. He's been touch and go with a UCL sprain. So right now going with 6 starters. And that gives Povich
outside. Ball two.
He just misses outside there with a 4-seam fastball.
That's similar to the Braves, right? With the 6-man rotation right now, that means one less in the bullpen. Gives you 7 arms down there and trying to keep some guys healthy and fresh.
Swung on. Down for base hit to the left field. Back-to-back base hits for Big Bear and Matt Olson. All right, let's go, Bravos.
Really clean swing there from
let's go.
Left on left to be able to go the other way. And
let's go.
This ball into left field. Nice level swing here. If you see him.
Sorry, I don't have the chicken charge or nothing that up tonight. I'm just going to leave that off. I turned Discord off. So
kind of hoping to get a couple more bounces or a little bit of a skip.
Let's go.
Chance to get to third base.
Begin.
Well, the Orioles got 2 in the bottom of the third. Now the Braves trying to come.
Come on, Riley. That's right.
Riley flew out back in the second inning.
Come on, Riley.
It's this hard, but just foul.
Oh, man, just foul. How did that go foul? That went past the third baseline.
Break, but that ball going just foul. Kind of how things have been going for Riley as of late.
And aggressive early here against the curveball, and you're going to see that base
foul
right by the bag. That's a good call. You get a runner in scoring position right now.
Man, he turned on that ball.
You're just looking for something in the zone to be able to drive.
Outside, ball
one.
one.
First time that Austin has hit below 4th in the order, hitting 5th tonight since June of 2022. Did not hit below 4th at all last year or through the first 64 games this year.
1-1 pitch to Riley. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Trying to find a recipe that works right now. One, 2 to Riley.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
He's the first out of the 4th.
I think that's been the best pitch tonight for Cade Povich, his ability to locate this curveball that spins really well when he needs to and looking for a swing and miss against righties. 3 of the 4 strikeouts have all come on that curveball. And all of them below the zone.
Come on, Doobie.
And now Duvall. Let's take a look at who.
Swing and a miss.
Brought to you by Texas Pete. Mentioned Duvall, how good he's been against lefties, and here's the evidence.
Yeah, pretty impressive, and this is why he is in the lineup. This was the original plan for Adam Duvall to play against lefties a little bit more now every day because of the injury to Ronald, but he is not disappointed in the damage that he can do against left-handed pitching.
And all 6 of his homers have come against lefties as well. Povich is
0-2 pitch.
Ball, grounded sharply to third.
Oh, might be a double play. Safe at first.
Base. We'll see if they want to review it, but right now the Braves have him at the corners.
I think it was a good call. It was great hustle by Adam Duvall, and Maria seems a little bit frustrated with himself over at third. I don't think he took his time. There was a little bit of a hop there that got him, and you can see that maybe the pat of the glove is what made the difference in giving Adam Duvall just enough time, it looked like, to beat this out. That was it. That's all it takes. It looks like he absolutely got there. It's close.
Yeah.
Too close to challenge the Orioles.
Doobie's going to be safe at first.
Let's hope the Braves can take
But runners on the corners.
Come
on, Murph. Come on, Murph. Inside, ball 1 to Sean Murphy. Come on, Murph. Come on, Smurfinator. Come on, let's get a run home. Let's go.
0 for 9 in game 1 of the series with runners in scoring position.
Come on.
Trying to sing a different tune here in the 4th.
The 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Come on, baby. Welcome in, Nathaniel. Welcome in, D. Welcome in, everybody. Murphy 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in the second. The 2-0 pitch. Takes strike 1 down the heart of the plate. Strike 1. So the 2-1 pitch to Sean Murphy.
Povich kicks and fires the
swung on, grounded to Mateo or Henderson. Force out at second. That's out number 3. And Braves still can't get a damn run. Oh. Well, there you have it. Braves strand 2. Damn it. I thought the Braves were going to score one. At least one. But we're getting shut out again. Yeah, it's Baltimore leads at 2-0. One runner came home, and then Matt Olson threw a dart back to Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy couldn't scoop it up, so they gave the error to Matt Olson. So that made run number 2 score. So I hope we don't get shut out tonight. I hope not. I hope like hell we don't get shut out like we did last night. Last night's game, we got shut out 4-0. Every time we get 2 runners on base, we couldn't score. We always were in a 2-out situation. It's just unbelievable. Like, we couldn't get nothing going. And it seems like tonight, the only one that's done anything has been Marcell Ozuna and Michael Harris. And now Matt Olson came through with a little blooper to left. But still, I mean, we got to get runs home. We just can't sit on base and not score. So, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, so here we go.
Camden Yards opened back in 1992. Just a fantastic spot to watch a baseball game. If you love Major League Baseball, put this one on your bucket list if you haven't been.
This one has certainly stood the test of time. You think about a place like in Arlington, they built that ballpark, the old one, after this one. And they've already moved on to another.
Yeah, that one opened in '94 in Arlington, didn't it?
I
the old
believe
ballpark.
So. That sounds right. I should know that, but yeah, I believe that's it.
Yeah, this one '92 and still just a beautiful sight. Of course, that warehouse in right field, spectacular setting.
Santander fouls that one off. Strike 2.
And it helps when they've got such a good team, although they do not have a sellout tonight. And they did not have a sellout last night, but still just a gorgeous setting here in Baltimore. Line drive up the middle.
Line drive, base hit.
Santander, a leadoff single.
So one thing I noticed watching Schwellenbach pitch, and this is a good example of it, when he throws that curveball, he just has a tendency to stay on the outside corner to lefties and to the arm side. You go look, there's heat maps of all of his pitches, and it's consistently where that curveball sits out there. I don't know how much of that has to do with intent or if he has a little bit of an issue trying to get that into lefties and away from righties. But that curveball in particular, the slider he does a better job. He can get that pitch to run across, but the curveball seems to stay arm side pretty consistently.
Right back to him. What a play by Spencer.
A double play.
And on to first to get 2 outs. That thing was a bullet. He just reached his mitt down and snared it.
Like a former shortstop showing off his athleticism, and this is great reaction. And that was the cutter, but you can see where that pitch finished. The ability to get away from the righties into the glove side with the breaking pitch. Much better with that one than the curveball, and a good reaction and a nice play there from Spencer Schwellenbach.
Well, Will Bolt probably enjoyed that. Says, yeah, I remember that guy doing that at shortstop. Will Bolt got the job in 2020, so he missed Schwellenbach's freshman year, but Schwellenbach was a shortstop as a sophomore and junior and did not pitch in college, at least, until that final season, his junior year, when they made him both the shortstop and the team's closer. But the Braves drafted him as a pitcher in the second round. Then he had to have Tommy John surgery. So you factor all those things in, and we talked about it during his debut, CJ. Just not a lot of time as a professional pitcher.
No, and still a lot to learn. And you talked earlier about how he is a guy who is a sponge and asking questions and listening to all the guys.
Swing and a miss.
I think that's one of the encouraging things. One of the many encouraging things that we've seen here with Spencer is you can see the stuff. And you can see the arm and the different breaking balls, and I think we'll see kind of things change over the course of his career. But his ability to really understand who he is as a pitcher, that takes some time.
He's trying to get out of the 4th inning here. 2 down, 2-2 to Urias.
Swung on. Popped up behind the home plate.
Have enough room? He does. Just
and he makes the play.
The netting. Nice play by Sean.
That ends the fourth.
Single, but nothing going for the Baltimore Orioles in the fourth.
All right, so with that being said, guys and gals, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick pause. I'll be right back.
Takes a strike from Povich.
All right, everybody, I'm back. I just came back right at the right time. So I'm going to eat a couple snacks real quick, but you're not going to miss any action. So I'll be right back.
His college career to community college in Arizona, even though he's from Nebraska. But didn't have the accolades out of high school, so went to community college, had a great year. Nebraska called him back home and pitched 2 seasons there. And now his second start in the big leagues is going really well here tonight, and he strikes out Anderson for the second time. Quick message now from Zaxby's.
Feast, feast.
5 strikeouts for Povich now, and he deals to Orlando Arcia.
What you're saying there about Povich is a really good example, I think, for a lot of young players right now, high school players that want to play in college, and how that path will work. It's more difficult than ever to go actually play in a big-time program as a freshman, but you want to keep playing, right? And that's the way you're going to develop. And so don't let your feelings get hurt. Find a place that you can play. In his case, he goes to a JUCO, and then all of a sudden a big-time program comes calling, and it seemed to have worked out really well for him.
Yeah, he grew up, born in Reno, but grew up outside of Omaha in Bellevue, Nebraska, which is only about an hour from where the University of Nebraska is located in Lincoln. So when he had that opportunity to come home, he jumped on it, and then the rest is history. As I mentioned, he was drafted in 2021 by the Twins, then traded to Baltimore. And he's got a 2-2 count here on Orlando Arcia.
That was a really good trade for the Baltimore Orioles. Junior Cano, who we saw pitch last night, was also involved in that trade, plus a couple of minor leaguers. You got 2 big leaguers for Jorge Lopez, who at the time was pitching really well. And it was a tough trade that Orioles fans were not too thrilled about, because they felt like they had a pretty good team and they didn't like the idea of.
All right, guys and gals, I'm back.
Relievers. He still went on to play pretty well after that, but long term, that's what Mike Elias was focused on. And
I hear you, Gino. We're trying.
Pop up here off the bat of Arcia. Another chance for Rutschman.
Yep. That's it.
Between the 2 catchers, they've
That's
caught 3
out number
pops
2.
in foul territory tonight. That's a little unorthodox.
it certainly is, and we're not even halfway through this game yet.
Sean had the toughest of those catches up against the netting last inning. Top of the order, Michael Harris 1 for 2.
Strike one.
Also have a hit last night. He had that triple to start the game, but then unfortunately the Braves could not bring him in. As I mentioned, Atlanta would strand 11 yesterday.
Yeah. Michael Harris gets a triple, can't even score him. 0-1 pitch, outside, ball one. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Makes it 1-2. Povich lasted 5 1/3 in his big league debut Thursday.
The payoff
Toronto.
pitch.
Get through 5 here clean.
Outside, ball
Does
two.
not get Harris to chase. In that game against Toronto, where as CJ mentioned, he threw 100 pitches. Vlad Guerrero Jr. had the big blow against him, a 3-run homer off of this left-handed.
So 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Swinging, though. 6 strikeouts for Povich. And
well, there you have it, everybody. Money Mike strikes out again. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you haven't already hit the like button. If you like what you see in here, we always set a 10-like goal for the stream, and we're already over that mark at 12 likes. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Sorry for the technical difficulties earlier, but hopefully I got them all worked out. I'm glad that you guys can join in on another stream or watching the Braves just crumble. I don't know what it is. I mean, they only took one game against the Washington National Series. They lose those 3 games, and then they lose last night. So the Braves are on a 4-game skid. We can't afford to go on any more skids. If we do, we don't have a chance in hell to get to the playoffs. So we're hoping like hell that Alex Anthopoulos can get something going, get a lot of fire underneath these guys' ass, and get something started. Because the way they're playing right now, except for a select few, they're playing nonchalant. They're not wanting to do anything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, everybody. All right, here we go.
Atlanta Braves against the American League. Braves 14-8 and a +29 run differential in interleague play.
Those are great numbers across the board, and certainly now with this Baltimore series, you would like to see that increase. We also have the Detroit Tigers coming up on this next homestand, so some more.
And the Rays.
And the Rays, right? So you got a heavy American League schedule coming up with 3 series in a row.
Speaking of the Rays, the Orioles won 4 down in Tampa before starting this series for Atlanta. That's how they've got their 5-game win streak going. Cedric Mullins awaiting a 2-0. Curveball in there, 2-1. And Atlanta has that streak going, CJ. They haven't had that 5-game skid since September of 2017, so that is on the line here tonight. It's a span of 934 games that the Braves have gone without losing 5 in a row.
Hitters always hitting. It's like having a little kid in a grocery store there. Jared Kelenic kind of going through some dry swings and talking there with Zach Short.
Michael Harris casually back into his left. And Mullins is 1 for 2 tonight. You were making fun of me for my dry swings with the golf in the clubhouse.
I wouldn't call it making fun of you. I just noticed it. I said it looked good.
That's a stretch.
You might have picked up on some sarcasm, but either way, I'm in no position to really break down a golf swing. That is for sure.
I certainly am not either.
I probably look good without a club in your hand.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No club, no golf ball. It's an amazing swing.
Yeah, really. I can't screw it up. Well, try not to at least. What's Mateo going through right here? The batter's box being erased, and he doesn't know where to put his foot.
Bill Miller's trying to tell him that he's got to be up a little bit. Now, it's not uncommon for hitters to erase the back of the line. They do it intentionally with the idea of trying to buy themselves a little bit more room, a couple of inches. And Bill Miller might have said something to him about it.
Now Mateo has his feet where he wants them, 0-1.
It always surprised me they would allow guys to do that, especially as soon as the lines were done. Everything looking really nice. First guy steps in there and tries to erase a lot of it for that exact reason. They'll take every inch they can get.
Mateo had that 3-run homer yesterday against Max Fried.
So the 0-2 pitch.
Stole a base in the 3rd inning today. Foul
ball.
It stays 0-2.
Come on, Bravos.
Popped up on the infield. Matt Olson has his eyes on this one, and there are 2 outs here in the 5th. A quick message here from Delta.
That's out number 2.
Schwellenbach had that very quick 4th inning where he only threw 8 pitches. His total right now at 70 as he works with 2 outs here in the 5th and throws to Gunnar Henderson. He threw 88 pitches in his debut and then 85 last Wednesday at Boston. So you figure there's no hard and set rule, hard and fast rule for Schwellenbach, but somewhere probably around that 85-90 number is what they're hoping for tonight.
And it's a good test for him now. 3rd time through the order of a really good order here with the Baltimore Orioles.
That ball foul.
And so far in his first couple of starts, he had the opportunity combined to face 9 batters for a 3rd time. They went 4 for 8 against him with a walk, right? So some struggles there early on. I can't remember the quality of contact off the top of my head, but you were mentioning it about all these learning experiences and getting more comfortable. This is a big one. You got to be able to prove your ability to face good hitters top of the lineup at 3rd.
Oh, I'm definitely frustrated there, Gino.
He's got the stuff. His repertoire runs deep enough to do it, right? If you're a 2-pitch pitcher with a decent 3rd pitch, maybe you get a little bit more concerned.
I'm definitely frustrated that this team is not playing like they're supposed to.
Hitters out multiple times.
Trying to get a really good hitter out here in Gunnar Henderson.
See that curveball again? See how it's off the plate by a good margin? I know he's not trying to intentionally throw it there, but that's one thing we'll for sure keep an eye on with him going forward. He threw one earlier in this inning where he did get it away from a righty into a lefty, but most of them stay outside.
2-2 pitch.
Broken bat.
Broken bat. A little blooper in the left field.
Henderson is heading for
heading for second.
And he will be in there.
He'll be in there with a stand-up double.
It's an unfortunate break because look how good this pitch is. That's 93 miles an hour. That is a cutter and hit at just 64 miles an hour. And so no barrel involved here at all. But you got a great athlete and a good hustle double here from Gunnar Henderson. Now you're also going to watch a situation here with the ball where he thought maybe he had a chance. I don't think he would have anyway. Orlando was off the bag, but I don't think it would have made a difference.
So the inning extends, and Adley Rutschman is the batter. They'll check back. Think about Henderson, though. You got him hitting leadoff. He's got 21 homers, 2nd in the majors behind Aaron Judge.
Be right back, everybody.
That speed, that power, everything he brings at the top of the lineup, that really helps your ball club.
Yep, and that plus defense, we've already seen it here tonight. He is a tremendous player.
Matt Olson hustles over, but he can't get to it.
And last year, let's say sometime around mid-May, he was scuffling badly. And I remember having the conversation on my radio show that they might be considering sending him down. Like, that's how bad things were going last year.
All right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that.
And they stuck with him, and he started turning it around, and he has turned into a star since.
Started out this year with a bang. AL Player of the Month in April. He's on second base right now.
Downstairs, ball 2. Or ball 1, excuse me.
And Gunnar Henderson, that's quite a baseball name, right? Like,
Good name.
That just fits. He's the only
Downstairs, ball 2, so 2-1 to count.
So for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, that is worth something. Well, you know, listen, as you and I get older, generations change. You start seeing some of the younger names, right? You got a Gunnar and an Adley, meaning 1-2 here in Baltimore.
So 2-1 count. Foul ball.
2 strikes now.
2 balls, 2 strikes now. Is the count? That's right, Gino. Oh, I know.
Chad Whitson punching out Rutschman and the Orioles. And
oh, Rutschman goes down. Yeah, I know. You got that right, David. Like I said, this team is not playing like they're supposed to. Yeah. I mean, we don't have no offense. Riley's been in a bad slump. Matt Olson's been in a bad slump. Ozzie Albies been in a bad slump. Only one that hasn't been in a bad slump is Marcell Ozuna, and he's been carrying the team. And then Sean Murphy's been out the whole entire first half of the season or quarter of the season since opening day. And now you just bring him back into the lineup and he's cold. I mean, I get it. I know Sean Murphy's a catcher, but still, you need you need your offense to be firing on all cylinders. Right now, the Braves are firing off of 3 cylinders, not all 8. So they need to get their act together. That's for damn sure. All right, Woodrow. You have a good one, bud. All right, here we go.
Feature talking about average exit velocity, and the Braves and the Orioles, CJ, actually the top 2 teams in Major League Baseball.
Oh, I agree there, David.
Here for the Braves lately with the offense is partially because of that. They know they're hitting the baseball hard, better than anybody else, yet not getting those same kind of results that they're seeing here in Baltimore.
This one is not hit
first
hard.
pitch up
high. 3 players converge, and ultimately it's Ohio.
Out number 1.
So Albies is 0 for 3 tonight. Meanwhile, for the Orioles, they lead Major League Baseball with
this is rough.
5 home runs. As we talked about yesterday, they also lead Major League Baseball at over 5 runs per game. But for Atlanta, in a stretch, after starting 18-6, it has not been the same for this Braves offense.
We got the big bear, Marcell Ozuna, up to bat.
But this man has continued to hit. He singled back in the 4th inning, did Ozuna. As we said yesterday, though, CJ, for Baltimore, they're pitching it too. Their ERA is the 3rd best in baseball, so they're doing it at the dish and in the center of the diamond as well.
That bullpen's been good.
So the 1-1 pitch.
Solid. Leading
Swung on.
Ozuna, this
Is it going to get down?
Oh, I thought it looked fair.
It looked fair.
Chalk, but again, we obviously have less of a great view than Chad Whitson does. So 1-2 to Marcell Ozuna.
This is, however, one of the rare booths where we actually can see the whole line going to the wall. Now we got a couple of nets we got to look through, so it can be a distorted view. But yeah.
Oh yeah, just foul. By that much.
It sure was about as close as you can get.
You mentioned the pitching staff here. There were some rumblings today. I saw just kind of in the rumor mill and wondering about whether or not the Baltimore Orioles would go out and get some bullpen help. It's been a good bullpen. ERA has been good, but they don't have a lot of swing and miss down there. Craig Kimbrell has been good lately, but other than that, it's a little bit more of a contact bullpen as they start thinking about a postseason run after getting swept last year in the first round of the postseason. They believe there's some opportunities for some bullpen upgrades.
Swept by the Rangers, who of course would go on to win the World Series, and that was after Baltimore won 100 games last year.
Marcell Ozuna pops just went up to right field.
Is Mountcastle, and this
it drops down.
Boy, O'Hearn, who made the last play, seemed like that should have been his ball, the right fielder. It falls in and Ozuna reaches.
It's a really tough play for a first baseman. He also looked like the one spot on the field where you might have to deal with a little bit of sun right now. There's just a couple of little patches, and he happened to go right in one, and you can see the angle in which he's looking, which was kind of into the sun, and I think in his peripheral he could see that his right fielder was there and saying, well, of course, you're going to take this, right? And O'Hearn did not, and I'm with you. It should have been his.
Well, it goes as a rocket single in the scorebook for Marcell Ozuna, so he's 2 for 3.
Swung on.
Hit diving stop by Urias. They do not get Olsen at first base. But Urias robbing Matt Olson of his second hit of the ball game there.
Well, it's funny how it works, right? You get the bloop single that falls in, and then you get this rocket off the bat of Matt Olson, and he doesn't get.
That was a rocket off of Matt Olson.
Tremendous play. And a ball that was hit at 96 miles an hour. He couldn't get anything on the throw, and that's what allowed Matt Olson to be able to beat that thing out, but ranging far to his left. I'll tell you what, it looked like Henderson was kind of close to coming off the bag a little quick there.
No review of either the play at second or first, and on we go to Austin Riley.
You know, it's not just hitters that have a difficult time staying back on the changeup. It's your middle infielders as well, because that's what he got. It was a changeup, and he started kind of lunging, thinking about trying to turn that double play, and it looked like he might have barely held on to the bag.
Urias again. This time he cannot.
Swung on, base hit to left field.
Well, Austin Riley.
Riley gets a single.
Hit through the left side there to extend the inning. So 2 on with 2 out.
You see that pitch right down the middle, 4-seam fastball here for Austin, and hit it pretty hard. Cut it off the end a little bit, 100 miles an hour off the bat. I'm going to get a visit here, and kind of wondering with Tate warming up, obviously because it's just the pitching coach that is coming out in true French, that he's going to see at least another hitter. I think in this situation you have to talk strategy, right? It's Adam Duvall. He's been great against lefties. 0 for 2 so far. Doesn't happen too often where lefties.
Man, sorry everybody. It's been a long day.
Surprised that they're leaving Povich in here.
In his debut, as we discussed earlier, he made it 5 1/3 through 100 pitches. Right now he's through 5 2/3 and at 87 pitches.
I think when you're playing this game as the manager right now, you're asking yourself,
I know, right?
Povich facing Duvall.
You got that right, Gino.
With Tate warming up facing Jared Kelnick. Not saying that they would definitely see the pinch hitter, but it's certainly a possibility, and they make the decision to let their young lefty face Adam Duvall.
Well, he gave up 6 runs in that debut against Toronto. So far holding Atlanta scoreless, but the Braves threatening.
Strike
Fastball
one.
there for a strike to Duvall. Povich's 0-1 is
that's popped up. Behind third, left side.
No, it's going to be Henderson that takes it. The shortstop, either way, that ends the top of the 6th. It's still,
and there we go.
Baltimore.
Same thing. Braves put 2 runners on base, can't get them home. I don't know what it is. This game is starting to look more and more pitiful. More and more pitiful. I don't get it. We're halfway through the 6th. Braves still down by 2 runs. They get 2 runners on. They can't get them home. I don't know. I don't have a word to say. I'm just as shocked as you are, everybody. I know, me too. There, Gino. I don't know what to say. I'm completely flabbergasted with this. Like, I don't know what to do. Oh, I know, right? They need to do some sort of shakeup because even in the beginning of this year, I mean, they were playing nonchalant. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, everybody. All right, here we go.
Ask Spencer Schwellenbach about playing in this park. Guys have mentioned that it's one of their favorites here to play, and he said, I've actually played this park a million times. He was talking about his video game, MLB The Show, Diamond Dynasty. He said when you play the computer,
that is bounced to the pitcher, fires over the first for out number 1.
Play here every game just to boost his stats up. Now, being here in real life, he says it is very awesome, but he said he probably played this park 1,000 times until they move that fence.
Me neither there, Nathaniel.
Up the score, guys.
So Ashley, you're not helping me at all.
Yeah, the whole team is slumping right now.
Video games. It sounds like they're going to come back and say, well, I'll play more. Maybe I'll end up in the big leagues like Spencer Schwellenbach. But it's pretty funny how that works, right? As kids, of course, you get the opportunity, and they really do such a great job with those games nowadays. You feel like you're in these ballparks. It probably doesn't feel that much.
That's strike 1. So the 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled out of play. Strike 2.
I think it was funny when he told her about the fence being moved back and left and how it really changed how he played MLB The Show. We talked about that yesterday. That fence, they moved it back before the 2022 season, about 30 feet.
Downstairs. Did he go around? No, he did not. That's ball 1.
Unfortunately, Sean Murphy found out the hard way yesterday that it is tough to hit it over that wall.
It is, and I kind of joked about it a little bit yesterday and saying, well, too bad because this place had been such a joke. But when you see it happen to your guy,
head up the middle.
Quite the extreme.
Fires over to first for out number 2.
Push that thing.
Well, let's get a quick message in here from Kia.
They're having their little informal commercials, everybody. I cannot have those on the channel, so.
I'll tell you who has to be happy, not only Nebraska baseball coach Will Bolt, but everybody cheering on just the Cornhusker program tonight, because Cade Povich and Spencer Schwellenbach dueling here, combined only giving up 2 runs as we sit here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And they both have thrown the ball really well. I think for Spencer it becomes really impressive to see him bounce back the way that he did after the 3rd inning. He faces the 6 hitters, the 2 runs. He had his back against the wall right from the very beginning. Didn't crumble, continued to make really good pitches, has pitched now a couple of innings since then. It's a really encouraging sign with that pitch count starting to get near 90. And as I talked about, kind of going through that order the 3rd time, he's passing that test right.
So Santander is down in the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Santander swings through.
That's out number 3.
Another 1-2-3 inning for Spencer Schwellenbach.
So that is a 1-2-3 inning. I agree there, Nathaniel. Yeah, exactly. Spencer is throwing a great ball. Both pitchers are really, but just no offense. I mean, no offense from the Braves at all, except for, Ozuna, Matt Olson, Austin Riley. I mean, but it seems like we get 2 runners on base, we can't score a damn run. For whatever reason, we can't score a damn run. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I really don't. Thank you for the subscribe, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and get that changed momentarily. It will change here momentarily. All right, so you got that right. It definitely does stink. I mean, when the offense can't do anything, I mean, it's rough. It makes for a long night.
Bach getting his congratulations and handshakes in the dugout. Unfortunately, he leaves down 2-0, but he pitched a really good game in his 3rd major league start. And his buddy Cade Povich from Nebraska is also lifted after 6 innings. And now Dylan Tate comes in here for Baltimore.
Dylan Tate 2-1 on the season.
Swung on. Murphy. The fire over to first for out number 1.
He's been good. 21 in the 3rd inning, just 1 home run allowed. We saw him in last night's ball game throw a shutout inning with a couple of strikeouts. He's got that 2-seam fastball that sits 92-93 to go along with the sweeper and the changeup.
Jared Kelenic is going to pinch hit here for Atlanta now that the righty Dylan Tate is on. So that moves him in the spot of Brian Anderson.
Outside, ball 1.
Kelenic. What a moment, though, for Schwellenbach and Povich, and as we said, the Nebraska program. Those 2 guys represented their school.
So 1-0 count. Swinging and a minute, strike 1.
Teammates and very good friends. They were texting all week leading up to today, and this is certainly a memory that they will always have.
Yeah, I think for both of them, right, the idea of kind of keeping the lineup card is a cool memory, and when your career is all said and done, it's something that
downstairs, ball 2, 2-1.
It would be a fond memory for them. The big one now is just to make sure that Povich gets a no decision.
Yes.
I don't want him getting his first big league win right now.
Kelenic steps out. Let's take a look at the Xfinity Game Changer tonight. Here are the lines. So just a combined 9 hits, 2 runs between the 2 teams against Schwellenbach and Povich.
Yeah, and almost won, right? We saw Matt Olson make that throw, unfortunately.
2-1 pitch.
A bad grip on the base.
Ground ball, foul ball, strike 2.
Defender. That's been the difference maybe between this game being 1-0 and 2-0.
So the 2-2 pitch to Jared Kelenic. Downstairs, ball 3.
Misses from Tate.
Kelenic should have not have swung at that. That would have been ball 4.
Got a good piece of Adley Rutschman. Is that the same spot that Murphy caught his?
I think it looked like maybe the thigh for him, maybe right above his catcher's gear. Let's take a peek. Oh, yeah, right on the knee, actually.
Well, that doesn't feel good either.
So far, we've seen this 2-seam fastball and changeup running away from Jared Kelenic, and he offered that pitch, and it was off the plate.
So the 3-2 pitch again.
Tremendous movement on both of
to
them.
Jared Kelenic. Swung on.
A soft roller to Mateo.
Soft right. Oh, Mateo bobbles it. Cannot make a play.
Kelenic will reach on an air.
Kelenic reaches on an air. There we go.
You need base runners here as this game is getting late pretty quickly. And Mateo is a pretty good defender. He's having a good year defensively. He comes in with a +4 defensive run saved. If you like that kind of metric for infielders, the mistake he made was trying to pick that up with the glove. Right, you got maybe the high hop, but then watch this right here, and he had his head up as he was trying to do it. Very difficult.
So we got Orlando Arcia. Take strike one.
1 on, 1 out, and now the bottom of the order in Orlando Arcia.
See how this one plays out for Orlando. I mentioned the movement that Tate gets coming into righties on that 4-seamer, or I should say 2-seam fastball. We'll see the changeup, but that's where Orlando is usually pretty strong. It'd be the sweeper that's away that he could have trouble with.
So the 0-1 pitch. In there on the inside corner, strike 2.
That's why Orlando was looking down, right? You see the spin out of the hand. You anticipate that pitch is going to be away, and instead it backs up and just barely catches the inside corner.
Stay tuned for the stretch, friends, presented by Synovus. Of course, that coming up after the top of the 7th inning. We'll go back to Atlanta.
So the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. We'll do it again, 0-2.
Orlando had a hit and a walk yesterday.
0-2 pitch.
Tonight, and he awaits an 0-2 pitch.
There goes Kelenic.
Second.
And Kelnic's in there. Steal. Save. There we go.
Good pitch to run on for Jared Kelenic. It worked out well. It was was that a sweeper? The ball was moving kind of straight down. Pretty good jump from Kelenic. Head down, running hard, and not even looking in. And because that ball was down and in the dirt there for Adley Rutschman, or nearly in the dirt, a tough one to handle.
It is the first stolen base for Kelenic in a Braves uniform. He did have 13 last year with Seattle.
Ground ball to third. Fires over to first.
High throw.
High throw.
But they say that
they got him out.
Able to get Arcia, and there are 2 outs.
Well, you know when you see a guy dive into first base, and you always say, why would you do a head-first slide into first? This actually would be the only time where you're okay with it, and that's when you see that high throw if you're keeping an eye on the first baseman and trying to get around it. The tag getting down there just in plenty of time to get Orlando.
Top of the order, Michael Harris coming up, and so Brandon Hyde is going to make the move. We will be back to Baltimore in just a moment.
All right, so they're going to go to a commercial break, everybody. They're bringing in Baltimore, bringing in a new pitcher. So Braves are threatening with 2 runners on base, or 1 runner on base, and we got Michael Harris due up for Atlanta. So hopefully we can get a run scored. I hope. I'm hoping that we can. I mean, we have to. So. I hope not there, Nathaniel. I hope not. I'm hoping that we don't. I mean, I'm hoping that the Braves can do something here. So here we go.
For research, so far $1.4 million have been raised, and you can donate at pcf.org/home run challenge. pcf.org/home run challenge. All right, so Keegan Aiken is in here, and he will be facing Michael Harris for the lefty-on-lefty matchup.
And the guy who usually is a multi-inning reliever. You see that often from him. He's been pretty good against lefties, but not great. OPS of nearly 700.
Outside, ball 1.
5 batting average. He's allowed 3 home runs this year. One of those has been to a lefty. You get a four-seam fastball, slider, and changeup.
Braves have that potential first run out at second base.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Guy here in Aiken, you mentioned normally a little bit of a longer reliever, fifth year all with the Orioles. He spent his first 2 seasons mostly as part of the starting rotation, but he struggled a little bit. They moved him to the bullpen in 2022, and he fared much better.
Upstairs, ball 2.
In the 2022 season, 45 games, 81 innings. Here's the definition of a multi-inning reliever by today's standards. A role that suited him well.
Downstairs, ball 3.
Here he's been brought in to try to get Harris to keep this a 2-0 game in the 7th. Hitters count. Harris puts it out towards shallow left center. Both going over there. It will be the captain of the outfield, Mullins, that takes it. It's still 2-0 as we head back to Atlanta for the stretch.
That's it. That's out number 3. And Braves still can't do nothing with it. There you have it, everybody. I don't know what to say. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Score is still 2-0. It's not looking too good, everybody. It's not looking good at all. Welcome in, M Stone. Glad that you found the stream. And like I said, we're a lover of baseball. Yes, I'm a Braves fan, but hey, I'm glad that you found the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you for the subscribe. All right, that will change here momentarily at the bottom of the screen, everybody. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. You just never know. Hey, Ronaldo Lopez has been pretty good. I will say that. He's been pretty much lights out. So here we go.
And how about Spencer as well, helping himself out? Sean Murphy did a good job. Thought that one was going to get to the net. That is not an easy play. That Braves fan seemed like he was disappointed, but of course he's happy that the out happened in a really nice play. And that has been a pretty solid staple of the Braves all season long, their ability to play good defense behind their pitching.
Jesse Chavez coming in here to face Hayes.
Uncle Jesse's up.
So a hat
out and out of play, strike one.
6 innings, 2 runs, best start of his young major league career. And now you go from that to one of the most experienced pitchers, CJ, in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, he's been terrific. We got to celebrate the 1,000th strikeout in Jesse's career, and he's been excellent again in a Braves uniform. 1.37 ERA. Has allowed 3 home runs so far this year, and he's been doing it with the cutter, 2-seam fastball, changeup, and curve.
As you see, Kelnick stays in the game out in right field for Anderson. Yeah, so think about Spencer Schwellenbach tonight was his 3rd time pitching in a major league game. For Jesse Chavez, this is the 628th time that he has pitched in a major league game.
The 1-2 pitch. Outside, did not get the call.
Just
ball 2.
Off the outside corner, 2-2. Austin Hayes had been struggling a little bit this year, but he had 3 hits yesterday. He is 0 for 2 today and make it 0 for 3 as Jesse gets the best of it.
And he does
nice. Strike 3.
Here at the end.
Out number 1.
Backdoor 2-seam fastball. He tried that. Fastball's going one way. this cutter going the other way just a little bit and just enough to get Hayes off of it.
So a good start as he continues his climb towards 2,000 big league strikeouts now.
That's strike number 1.
That was a cool moment for Jesse. Of course, he downplayed it, as Jesse would. Humble guy, but quite an accomplishment that he reached his last time out.
Swung on.
Kelnick is going to drift back. This one
off the wall.
Well, he holds Urias to a single. Urias knows of that strong arm of Jared Kelnick.
They played it perfectly, and for Jared Kelnick, obviously he's not been here very often, and he hasn't been in right field. This might be the first time he's ever been in right field in Baltimore. And you got the tweener here, and the tweener, I mean, whether or not is it going to hit the fence or is it going to hit the padding, because if it hits that chain link fence, it's going to die. But my goodness, he played that absolutely perfect, and then the bare hand to go along with the strong throw to keep that a single.
Impressive by Kelnick, who just came off the bench. This is a soft little looper that's going to drop in front of Duvall in left field. So Urias with a single to right, Mullins to left, and 2 on here for the Orioles.
So Mullins is on.
He's hit here with exit velocity in the 60s for the Orioles. And catching some breaks, and everything seems to be going right for them this year. You can look at that pitch. It's a cutter. Sits kind of middle and got in off the barrel of Mullins, but unfortunately it's a base hit.
So the bottom of the order now, and Mateo, when he played yesterday and hit that homer, I mentioned it, but it was his first game back from missing a week with a concussion. And now tonight he's got a single and 2 trips to the plate. Jesse gets ahead of him 0-2. For the Braves right now, Aaron Bummer is throwing, and that continues our Nebraska theme for tonight, because Bummer himself pitched at the University of Nebraska.
It's almost like an automatic, right? There's probably some kind of rule that he has to get in the game.
Right now, all eyes on Chavez. Runners stay put as Sean Murphy keeps that in front of him. Mateo lifts this out towards Michael Harris.
Lifted up to center field for easy can of corn for out number 2.
He takes it. So 2 outs now at the bottom of the 7th. Michael always styling out there. I love going to his locker in the clubhouse because it's like you've got highlighter yellow, you've got green, you've got off green. He's got a little bit of everything in there. Well, Brian Snitker is going to go ahead and make the move. You've got top of the order and Henderson coming up. So Snit's going to go to the pin. We'll be back in a moment.
All right, so there we have it. Snit's going to the bullpen. Well, they're going to be on a commercial break, so bear with me momentarily. Thank you for the subscribe, everybody. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. So we're sitting at 1,203 subs, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Really means a lot, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, M-Stone, as you can see, David, Nathaniel, D, Gino, Laney, Mr. Woodrow, everybody is my members that or my subscribers that come on here. They're very loyal listeners, so I'm glad that you found the stream tonight. So, all right, Gino, you have a good night, brother. I appreciate it for you tuning in. I definitely do appreciate it, bud. You have a good night. Hopefully, Lenny Laney didn't put you in timeout again. But you have a good night, brother. All right, so here we go.
Here at the bottom of the seventh, Gunnar Henderson. We're back to the top of the order here. I talked to Gunnar before the game. He grew up in Selma, Alabama. He told me the Braves were the only team they could get on TV. He grew up watching them, so he said it was pretty cool getting to play in that park last year. He's 22 years old, born in the 2000s, so I had to ask, what era did you watch of Braves baseball? Not to date myself, guys, but he did watch Chipper, of course. He said we'd go to games growing up with his church, school, family trips, all of that good stuff, so he says it's always kind of surreal playing them. And I also asked him, he said, you're pretty good at this baseball thing. What else can you do? Any hidden talents? He told me I can sing country music. So he says he karaoke's on the back of the bus, and I'm wondering why, if that's why they put
outside ball two
during the stretch. Maybe it's for Gunnar.
That one goes back to the 70s when Gunnar was just a twinkle in his parents' eyes.
I wonder if that's his own opinion that he can sing, or if that's an actually a thing, because a lot of us think we can sing. Keep that on the bus.
You hear so many stories like that of those kids, whether they grew up in the Southeast like he did or across the country, that grew up cheering for the Atlanta Braves.
That is the reality and the impact that this organization has had on so many baseball fans and now guys that we see in the big leagues. That's been happening for a long time.
2-1 pitch.
Ground ball to Matt Olson.
Ground ball to Matt Olson. Steps on first for out number 3.
The Orioles. On we go to the 8th inning.
So we go to the 8th inning. Still same score, 2-0. Oh, me. Oh, excuse me. I'm having a little bit of hiccups here from the spaghetti I had tonight. I had some homemade spaghetti tonight for dinner, so whew. But yeah, I'm glad everybody can tune in tonight. Remember, I will take the chat poll down at the conclusion of the bottom of the 8th inning, so you guys make sure you guys get your chat votes in. Also remember too, everybody, we also do have a second way of voting as well. If you can go to my community page, you guys can vote there as well on the winner tonight of this game. If you guys don't get it right on the stream, but you guys get it right on the community page, the attempt for the Golden Broom celebration still continues. Like last night, my co-host's game, you guys got it wrong in the stream, but you guys got it right in the community. So it still goes on. So just remember, go to the community page and make sure you guys' votes count there as well. So you never know. As of right now, you guys got the Braves winning this game 69 to 31%. So it's either way.
The difference is there.
I know, right, CeeLo? I'm telling you, the team is slumped. Are in a bad slump.
Numbers and batting average and slugging.
Oh, first pitch swinging. Base hit to left center. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go.
I fully expected that.
Let's go.
Based on the way it sounded, that's how expected batting average works.
It is, CeeLo. It is pretty bad.
Something to be a hit.
It's bad all the way around.
Fastball 93 miles an hour as he turns around.
This team is in a bad slump. Like I've been telling everybody tonight. This team has been in a bad slump.
Now you got Marcell Ozuna coming up here.
Come on, Big Bear. Swing and a miss late.
Fastball. It's still Keegan Aiken, out there for Baltimore. Cowser has come into the game out in right for O'Hearn.
The 0-1 pitch. High. Ball 1.
Braves in the midst of this 9-game, 11-day road trip, which will conclude tomorrow with a matinee here in Baltimore before Atlanta heads home to start a series with Tampa Bay, another member of the AL East, on Friday.
So 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2.
In Atlanta this weekend with the Rays coming to town. Mid-90s.
Certainly is, and I think I got a little lucky having off this weekend, so you guys can battle the temperatures. I will be sitting in air conditioning, ice cold drink. Really.
So 2-1 pitch. Gets called strike on the outside corner. Come on, Ump. That's strike 2, so 2-2 to count.
So
the payoff pitch, 2-2 pitch.
2-2 pitch.
On the inside corner, strike 3. This Ump is garbage. This Ump is garbage. He's been calling that a ball all night.
The bat taken out of his hands, and he has something to say to Bill Miller on the way back to the dugout. He knows how much the Braves need him in this spot, and he's grinding to put together a really strong at-bat, and that's what he gets going back to the dugout when that pitch
watch that. Watch that on the interactive, everybody. That ball was off the plate. How can you call that a strike 3?
Here's Matt Olson.
These umpers are garbage. So Matt Olson takes a ball high, ball 1.
Back in the 4th inning, Joe Jimenez.
We got G.I. Joe warming up in the bullpen. The 1-0 pitch. Foul ball, strike 1.
Matt Olson career here at Camden Yards. That's entering tonight, a homer, a double, and 10 singles.
That home run, you can see now when he hit it, was a home run, but probably wouldn't be now to the opposite field. So
the 1-1 pitch to Matt Olson. Come on, Matty-O, hit it, baby! Oh, hit high! Deep! Good! Two-run blast, baby! Number 10 for Matt Olson. We got a ball game. Let's go! Yes!
We got that no decision for.
Thank you! Thank you, Matty-O, for coming through, baby! Riley takes first pitch swinging. Down the right field line.
Going foul. And did he make the catch? We cannot see it, but yes, he did. That's the only.
He made the catch.
Blocked, but Cowser, who just came into the game out in right.
I want to see that. I want to see the replay.
There's a cutout there because there's a garage door that you're going to see come in.
Okay, he did make the catch. He did make the catch.
Compared to what
all right,
down in
he did make the catch, everybody.
Tremendous play, and exactly why they put him in to play defense.
So
he's a great defender.
Whoo!
There's been some talk about trying to find some upgrades.
You got that right there, CeeLo.
Baltimore Orioles.
About damn time. As Lenny would say, hit the damn ball.
Well, now Adam Duvall in a 2-2 game.
Come on, Doobie.
At the top of the 8th.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Olson, his 10th homer for Atlanta.
Yeah, I know. I seen that, M. Stone. I had to make sure for myself. That's like, did he make the catch? Oh! High and deep to left field, at the track, caught!
But now it's just a casual fly ball, and it ends the top of the 8th. But Matt Olson
ties it up with a 2-run homer.
He leaves the yard at Camden Yards, 2-2.
Yes, we'll take it. So we now have a ball game, everybody. We have a ball game. The game was looking pretty bleak. Yeah, the battle of the bullpens. Remember, M. Stone, Craig Kimbrell used to be on the Braves back years ago. Then he moved on. He moved around. Then went to the Dodgers. He gave up I think 2 or 3 home runs with the Dodgers. They DFA'd him. Then he went to the Philadelphia Phillies last year. Did the same thing, gave up a couple homers. And the Phillies did not renew his 1-year deal, or didn't extend him. So he moved on to the Baltimore Orioles. So, but yeah, we'll see. It's a battle of the bullpens, that's for sure. That is for sure. And like I said, Schwellenbach and Povich, they both pitched for Nebraska, correct. They both pitched a phenomenal game tonight. So both starting pitchers tonight have been awesome. No slouches in their game. So no slouch in the game whatsoever. I will say that. So, but remember, everybody, please hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. So the next time I do go live, or when my co-host, Clan from Clan HBS or C Sports Networks goes live, you guys will get the notification. All right, so here we go. And also, just remember to let y'all know, everybody, my channel is fully monetized.
Look in the back.
I do have super stickers and super chats enabled. So
we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, you can see some issues there. I was officially the captain. Somebody has to be designated captain when you rent those boats, and you get I don't know, call it a captain's license. Good for 10 days, by the way, but only to drive.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
3 miles an hour. But either way, I felt like I was in a position.
So ball 1.
And yeah, Jay Chad wears that robe all the time.
Look at him.
He lives in it.
Darren and Ben, they knew that this was coming. So Jay Chad was ready. He's got the.
And there's strike 1 from G.I. Joe to Rutschman.
I'm sorry to report that he is taken.
The little Hugh Hefner over there.
Well, Ben and
so,
by the way, they
ball 2, 2-1 to count.
You know, everyone's getting here. We're trying to get things going, folks.
There he goes.
Look at this.
Oh, he took the slippers, too. That's going to cost you.
I tried to get
swung on and fouled out of play. Strike 2.
He didn't bite on that. Oh, those guys are the best.
It was fun. We're a little disappointed the range in which we were allowed to go. It was kind of a smaller area there. What'd you say the name of that body of water was?
Inner Harbor.
No, you said that.
2-2 pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Strike 3, right at the heart of the plate. Out number 1. Right at the knees.
Bottom of the 8th. I forgot it, by the way. I'll have to look it up.
All counting on you.
Let's go.
With this heater, you can see the spot there that Sean Murphy wanted it, but it works out well at the bottom of the zone. Also, and that's good to see. This is a tough part of the lineup right now. 2-3-4 for Joe Jimenez in a tie game here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, well, he gets job number 1 done, and that's to take care of.
On the outside corner, strike 1.
Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle 0 for 2. He has
0 for 1. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Strike 2.
Orioles have had so much success in the draft. They have had success with Ryan Mountcastle, but he was
0-2 pitch. Swung on. Arcia tries to make a play. No go.
That will go as an infield single with 1 out in the 8th.
That'd be an infield single.
Had to go perfect for Orlando to pull this one off, and I'm still not sure he could have. Now, he always expects himself to make these amazing plays. You're going to see him go to his right backhanded in and out of the glove, and then he tried to go with the long hop on the throw. But again, I don't think it makes much of a difference with Mountcastle, who runs decent enough and where he hit that baseball. But a heck of an effort from Orlando Arcia.
His defense, sensational all season long, just like it was last year when he made the All-Star team.
Oh, hit high and deep to right center.
Michael Harris does everything.
Oh! Michael Harris almost makes the freaking play. Home run.
And Baltimore is back.
Just like that, Baltimore takes the lead. 2-run homer. Michael Harris made a hell of a play to jump up on the wall to get the ball.
Fastball here.
Wow.
Not a bad one. They're trying to go away, slightly elevated, but what you see here from
just over the reach of Michael Harris.
Hold of it and trying to watch Michael here. He thought he might have had a shot. It was close, but not quite enough room to get to it.
Well, just like that, Orioles take the lead again, 4-2.
And now a 2-run homer by O'Hearn to give Baltimore that lead right back here.
So just like that, boom.
Bottom of the 8th inning.
Excuse me, of course that was Colton Cowser who came in to play defensive right field. I'd said O'Hearn.
So the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2.
The first home run that he's allowed all season. He has been terrific coming into this one in his 25 games. That is a tough break.
Oh my goodness. 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. So the 1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2.
2 balls and 2 strikes here to Santander.
You talk about this lineup and why it can be so tough. The most home runs in the game, their ability to slug is unmatched in baseball. And you've been able to get to Joe Jimenez, who's having just a great year.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs.
He gets Santander for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 8th. Let's get a quick message in here from Alpha. And now
okay, M. Stone. Appreciate it for the update there, bud. Thank you.
Swinging through a slider.
Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Hayes.
So Cowser comes off the bench, hits the 2-run homer, and now that means that they're going to get Craig Kimbrell up for a chance to try to close it in the 9th inning.
0-1 pitch.
Line drive.
Line drive, fair down in the left field corner.
Will turn for his 2nd, and he will have a double with 2 outs.
Dang it.
A slider here from Jimenez trying to get it away. You can see that ball sit in the middle of the plate. And Austin Hayes, who had had a rough night here.
Dang it.
Gets himself a slider that he can handle and drills that into the left field corner.
So, runner on second, 2 outs. Orioles lead at 4-2, bottom of the 8th. We got Urias up to bat for the Orioles. Swung on to Riley. Fires over to first for out number 3.
The Braves will have Murphy, Kelnick, and Arcia coming up in the 9th.
There you have it, everybody. We got Murphy, Kelnick, and Arcia coming up for Atlanta in the top of the 9th. Remember, I'll give you guys a few seconds to go ahead and get your chat votes in if you haven't already done so. Also, make sure you go to the community page. If you don't get it right on the stream, you guys can still get it right on the community page to keep the Golden Broom celebration going. So remember, go to the community page as well and get those votes in as well. Yes, M. Stone Kimbrell is coming out of the bullpen for the save. So he was warming up in the Orioles bullpen. So we'll see what happens. You never know with baseball. So we're going to have Murphy, Kelnick, and Arcia. If anybody else should reach, then it would be Michael Harris, Albie, Zazuna, and Olsen. So we'll see what happens, everybody. All right, you guys got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for all the votes tonight for the chat poll. There's 16 votes casted. You guys got the Atlanta Braves winning this game 68-31% over the Baltimore Orioles. Remember, go to the community page. If you don't get it right in the stream, you guys can go to the community page and get it right there. So, all right, so here we go. Top of the ninth. Here we go, everybody.
First, let's take a look at our Synovus Get There feature. Tomorrow's probables, Lopez against Irvin for the matinee here in Baltimore. Now the Braves tied this game at 2 apiece on the Olsen homer. Then Cowser with a 2-run homer of his own, so it is a save situation here for Craig Kimbrell.
He's been really good with the strikeouts, 33 in his 23 innings. You can see 3 blown saves, 15 for 18 so far this year. The walks have been a little bit of an issue, that rate at 11%. But it's still the same. That good fastball sits around 94 these days, not as high as we once had seen. But that breaking ball, that knuckle curveball is still really good. Just a 143 batting average against it.
He's got Sean Murphy, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Woo, up and in. Little chin music.
That ball one.
With the Braves to start his
1-1 to count.
2010 to 2014. He's gone on to play 15 years in the majors now. The Orioles are the 8th team that he has pitched for. Sean Murphy lifts this in the air. Toward that right
slicing foul.
And it gets into the seats. A souvenir for a Braves fan.
And the rally caps, which we saw last night as well from a couple of Braves fans here in Baltimore, whatever it takes right now.
Braves just need a base runner here, a chance to bring the potential tying run to the plate.
So the 1-2 pitch to Sean Murphy. Downstairs, ball 2.
Off that knuckle curve.
So the 2-2 pitch.
From Craig Kimbrell. Kind of found the bat
little,
of Murphy accidentally.
Little tapper.
Takes care of it, and there's one away.
Going to first for out number 1. Braves are down to 2 outs. But we did not get shut out like we did last night, so I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that Braves did score 2 runs tonight.
$13 million deal here.
So
Felix Bautista, out for the season, had Tommy John surgery in September of last year. So that opened the door for this opportunity for Kimbrell here in Baltimore.
So Kelenic, first pitch swinging.
2 home runs allowed
foul ball
from Craig Kimbrell. Both of them have been against lefties. And while he's done well with both left-handed hitters and right-handed hitters, there's been a little bit more success for these lefties. I mentioned a couple of home runs and a .612 OPS.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Atlanta trying to avoid their first 5-game losing streak since September of 2017.
Call strike 3. Out number 2.
Take a look at the pitch and where the setup is for Rutschman. He wanted the ball up. It was close, but probably a strike. Kelenic didn't like it, but this is a tough pitch, man. Up and in, good velocity. See that little bit of movement there from Adley Rutschman at the end to present it even better.
On their feet in Baltimore. Now Rutschman's going to go out and talk to Kimbrell.
This is interesting. Again, you got Craig Kimbrell, who is just a 2-pitch pitcher. And so there's not a ton to talk about necessarily. You do have the 2-run lead. You don't want Michael Harris to get to the plate, and so you're doing everything you can to keep Orlando off the bases. And just perhaps a reminder how good he is on pitches in. Maybe making that decision that they're going to stay away. We'll see.
First pitch to Orlando Arcia. Swing and a miss.
0-1. No balls and 2
and there, strike 2. Braves are down to their last strike.
Baltimore looking for a 6-game win streak.
So the 0-2 pitch.
Kimbrel deals.
Swing on and foul to the screen. We'll do it again. 0-2.
It was last year in Atlanta when Kimbrel was with the Phillies that he got his 400th career save on May 26th. Became just the 8th closer to reach that mark.
So the 0-2 pitch.
Looking for another save here tonight against Atlanta.
Swung on and hit the center field. Right to Cedric Mullins for out number 3. Braves lose 4-2. And that's the 6-game slide by the Atlanta Braves.
Starting performance from Spencer Schwellenbach, which you wanted to see.
Both pitchers, starting pitchers, were awesome tonight.
And the bullpen had been
So
good. And unfortunately for Joe Jimenez, the 2-run home run.
It is what it is.
Which makes this a tough loss.
So that is it, everybody. Congratulations to the Baltimore Orioles for winning the game 4-2 over the Atlanta Braves. Let's see what the community page. Let's see if you guys got it right over there. So we're gonna go check it real quick. Okay. Well, unfortunately, everybody, that will end the Golden Broom celebration. For one, you guys got it wrong in the stream. You guys got the Braves winning the game, so they lose. But you guys had the way of making it up in the community page. But you guys got in the community page 57% against the 43% of the Baltimore Orioles. So with that being said, guys, the Golden Broom celebration is now officially off. Even when my co-host does the game tomorrow as time allotted, it would not matter. The Golden Broom celebration is null and void. We'll have to wait till the next series. So with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's tuned in tonight. Sorry for all the technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. Definitely a good game for the Orioles. Congratulations to the Orioles winning. Game 4 will be to the next game tomorrow. Game 3 will be tomorrow. My co-host, GB from Clan HBS C Sports Network. His channels are linked in the description below. Check out those channels. Subscribe to his channel. He will be doing that game tomorrow. Unfortunately, I will be at work tomorrow, so I'm going to get on out of here. 4:30 does come early, first thing in the morning. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Welcome to the channel there. M. Stone, David, D, Nathaniel, Gino, Laney, everyone that makes this possible. Mr. Woodrow, everyone. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I want to say thank you. And y'all have a good night, and we will catch y'all later. Peace out, guys and gals. See y'all later.